in whom you've entrusted us. And we ask, God, that you would be with us also to manage our resources and be good stewards of what you've blessed this rich place with. And for all the ways you have guided us, we thank you, and we thank you for the light and the wisdom you provide for us now. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, welcome. We'll move right into our agenda, citizens' time. Ms. Myers?
Yeah, hi, Joe. I had asked several weeks ago if you would post a salary schedule. According to the budget, there are significant increases, and it's not on the computer as yet, an employee salary schedule. I had asked for one last year, and last year you said that they didn't really had changed. They were pretty similar to the year before. Well, this year there's significant increases according to the budget, and we'd like to see those. There's a $100,000 salary increase in wastewater. The county administration office, over $6,000 increase, and so on. So we'd appreciate a salary schedule. Okay? Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, I'd say everybody's signed up. Would anybody else like to sign? Come on up. Anita?
I'd just like to take this time to proudly introduce our new director with Grayson Regional Library. This is Mary Thomas.
Ms. Thomas.
And she's come to us from Tennessee, so we're very excited about her being at the helm and having a wonderful person in charge.
And I'm excited to be here. So I've been having 2 weeks, so I've been learning lots about Wytheville, a lot about Wythe County, and it's been very exciting.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Thursday, signed, already delivered. I could tell by the look. Yes, she was indoctrinated by fire.
Okay, anybody else? If not, I'll close citizens' time. We'll move on with our agenda. We have the minutes of the previous meetings on May the 24th, May the 25th, June the 7th, and June the 14th today. I entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion we approve the minutes as presented.
I have a second.
I'll second.
Any corrections or changes need to be made to the minutes? Hearing none, I'll do a roll call vote. Dr. Hausman?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Next item on the agenda is payment of invoices. I entertain a motion to pay the invoices.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and second. Is any invoice any board member would like to discuss or pull out?
Mr. Chairman, I am going to abstain from voting for that because one of those bills, some of my kin people.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, I'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Horny?
Aye.
I abstain.
Aye.
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 And the chair votes aye. Motion passes 6 with 1 abstention. Okey doke. Old business. Mr. Dalton, we have anything under old business? Okay. New business. State Corporation Commission transmission line setting guidelines.
You have an opportunity to comment on the proposed rules and regulations by, I think it's July the 1st. I think we sent you a copy of that link by email.
Yeah, I got it yesterday.
So if you got any comments, we'll be more than happy to summarize those and send them to the Corporation Commission.
Okay. Next item is Wythe County Cost Allocation Plan.
The cost allocation plan is the means that we recover money from the federal government annually for Department of Social Services. I think the letter will indicate there's $291,234 allocated back that we can contribute towards DSS. Their current percentage of payment is about 78%, so that will be a payment to the county of a little bit over $227,000 back from the federal government to Wythe County this year. I'd ask that y'all accept that cost allocation plan as presented.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept it as presented.
Mr. Chairman, I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll do a roll call vote. Dr. Hausman.
Aye.
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 Ah,
The chair votes aye. Next item, Appalachian Power Company.
We've got a couple items from AEP. One is the integrated resource plan that they have to file periodically with Corporation Commission. Basically, the resource plan, how they plan to allocate power. Second issue they have under there is the voluntary renewable energy rider. Not to belabor anything, y'all can read that rider as easy as I can, how it affects everybody. And the real key in the rider is that the rate is .08961 per kilowatt hour on your bill. If you use 10 kilowatts, 89 cents that you pay off your bill. If you use 1,000, it gets a little better. The higher number, the higher the amount.
Okay. Mr. Dalton, we have anything under other new business?
Do not.
Okay. Does any board member have anything to discuss or bring up?
I received an email, and I think Stephen got the email too, from, let me get this, from Leslie, the board, about, I can't remember when it was, if it was in the fall or summer, but we voted to give the Roy Treat Fair Association $10,000 when they got their tax exempt status reestablished. And she, in the email, she said that she sent you that document.
The information has been received.
So they've fulfilled what they, and I didn't mean to spring this.
Yeah.
And if we need to wait until next meeting, that's okay. I just,
I mean, we've already voted. I mean, as long as Mr. Dalton's got what we required.
That was, if I recall the motion, that was what they needed to do, send us a bill or an invoice so that we had means to track it through the accounting system.
I will double check with what she said and confirm with Mr. Dalton. We may have received that.
Any bill that we get has to be signed off by the department head or myself that allocates it to the department, and then it goes to accounts payable, and then we'll write a check.
okay.
Anything else?
I've got two things.
Okay.
A request that Mr. Dalton or staff contact the Forest Service and a request to grade the Peak Creek Road. It's not in the state system. Part of it's in Steve's district and parts in my district, and I have no idea where the line is through there. But it's really in bad shape. It's, the sheriff's department uses it from time to time to patrol that.
That's north of 81, so we'll contact the people at Blacksburg
Good.
National Forest.
The last time that I know they worked it was prior to the heavy rains, it's rutted quite a bit. The people that use that road have kept the brush cut out of it and the trees that went down, but the ruts and a couple of water holes, probably 2 days' work for them to, and I'm sure it's been at least that. Part of their drainage plan is not working anymore because water's not in the ditch, it's in the road. And I think a letter from the county asking for that might get it on some schedule to be worked. The other thing is we discussed at one of our previous recess meetings is to encourage with a letter to the school division that we back ag education and vocational shop and it not be diminished. They're down one instructor. I think that's a vital program. It's a good introductory broad course for youngsters. And the FFA should be mentioned that they do a great job of teaching civic mindedness and making good citizens, teach people about public speaking. They teach them actually how to use Robert's Rules of Order in a meeting. And because of SOLs and all the other fancy talk we hear, it seems like that's getting squeezed out. That I know they've reduced classes, the amount of children that can take those courses. So all I'm asking is a letter of endorsement or concern that those programs not be cut, and can it be copied to the school board?
You want the letter to go to the school board, or is that who you want to go
Well,
to? Dr. Perry or the school?
whichever is proper protocol, either to the chairman of the school board and copy Dr. Perry, but it's Dr. Perry's call whether it happens or not. And if you do that, copy them. This is a really important program, and it's been around for a lot of years. I think probably a third or half the people at this table had that experience. And it's not just about are you going to be a farmer. It gives you some idea of how to take care of your lawnmower, your garden tiller. One of the school board members told me, well, we have a horticulture class. Well, that's a different word for shrubbery, and it's not the same thing. You know, I don't need to know how to trim a rose bush because my wife tells me how to do that. But it's a good, broad program that can help a lot of young people. They know the difference in a crescent wrench and a screwdriver, and they're not going to find out on the couch playing video games. So I think that we need to reinforce, don't get rid of these teachers like has happened and spread the work over less people, because the class sizes or lack of classes will be the real outcome.
Mr. Hill, are you making it in the form of a motion?
I'm asking for a letter if it needs a motion.
I mean, does it need a motion, or can we?
I think it's a little stronger that it says that y'all.
All right, if you'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Okay, then I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
I really think kids signing up to go into that plays a big part in it too. I don't know whether they're gonna have enough kids for it or not.
Well, Coy, what we heard today is that they're going to do a good job of teaching kids what they ought to sign up for, and I think that's exactly what's going on. And I'm going to open an old wound here, and I don't mind doing it. Last year, we appropriated $87,000, wasn't it, Mr. Dalton, for them to teach an EMT class, basic first aid. They made no effort, a less than valid effort to do it. They took the board money that was earmarked for that and started a criminal justice program that was highly touted today. And personally, I'd like to have the $87,000 back because they didn't do what we asked them to do with it. But we've got kids that won't go ag.
There's a lot more in the county than you realize that is involved in agriculture. It's just, I know for the past 2 years that the extension, Wythe County has had their own week at 4-H camp. They've had that many people sign up that we have our own week. We don't have to share our week with anybody else. And you know,
and it's getting bigger.
Yeah.
This year they've got 180 kids going. They're going to take 2 trailers full of luggage out instead of 1.
I mean, a lot of the
They
routine
don't know
groups
about
are,
traveling light, do they?
No, they don't.
and then the routine groups are, you know, sponsoring kids to go to 4-H camp. And, you know, Wythe County, you look in Wythe County, you know, agriculture is a big part of Wythe County. And
Well, I didn't say that to tell you that I was against it. I'm telling you, it's hard to have a class when you got 5 youngins in it.
Well, one of the things I see happening with my own grandchildren, I have a granddaughter that'll be a junior next year, and one, will be a sophomore. And the one that's a junior is looking ahead, and because we're on this 4x4 now, as she's looking ahead, she's looking at gaps that she's going to have to find something, to take. So I agree. The ag classes. I know it's sort of been a traditional thing, but to get kids in there so that they can learn how to use a grinder, they can weld a little bit, they can can do some things. Basically like a shop class, and they do some some woodworking and that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be totally ag oriented. So I'm very supportive of it.
Well, currently, Port Tizwell's strong, Rural Creek's strong. They don't have an instructor for George Wythe. So what I've heard is the instructor from Rural Creek is going to have to come to Wythe and teach in the morning and then go back and do his in the evening. And that restricts 3 period classes or block classes, whatever, that can be held at Rural Creek. Now, whether there's 3 there that's not getting it or not, I don't know, and I'm sure we'll get the right number refined to where it'll be all right. But you can't run 2 schools that far apart with 1 teacher without stepping on some time of the students.
any other comments? Do a roll call vote. Horn.
Aye.
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 The chair votes aye. Okay, with that being said, anything else to come before the board? If not, I will adjourn this meeting.
But that's a record.
That
I
is.
believe it is.
Almost as good as Jim Horny at a PSA meeting. Not quite. You're over by about